Yes, guys, yes, people, welcome back to Eli Talks Football and welcome to another episode of Premier League predictions. But not only am I doing the Premier League predictions today, I'm also going to be doing the FA Cup semi-final predictions. So I'm going to make this video very quick because there's two things I'm going to be doing today. Number one, while I'm going to the game, I'm going to be watching the Chelsea women's game because they are away to Barcelona in the UEFA Women's Champions League semi-final. First leg is at Camp Nou, and next Saturday we're at Stamford Bridge. So if Chelsea women can get some like if we lose 1-0, it's not much bad because we can like we need to score two goals and make sure that we keep a clean sheet. If we can get the draw, then that'll be good. If we can beat Barcelona like we never did before, then I'll absolutely love it. So yeah, so that's the game I'll be watching, and then obviously, after that game, in about two and less than 3 hours time, the Chelsea game will be kicking off. So two really big games in both the semi-finals, but the big one is the Chelsea Women's game because the Champions League is bigger than the FA Cup, if you know what I mean. So looking forward to those games, and let's hope that both the man and woman can put a smile on my face. You know, I mean, but maybe if both teams lose, then I'll be disappointed for the men than the woman because if Chelsea would lose like say like 1-0, then we've got the second leg, like it's not over yet. But if Chelsea men lose against Manchester City, then it's over. Then it's absolutely over. So, but hopefully, fingers crossed, both the men and woman for Chelsea can put a smile on my face today. So good luck to both of them. So that's why I'm going to make this video just a very quick one. So I'm going to do the predictions for the Premier League first, and then I'm going to be doing the FA Cup semi-final predictions between Man City, Chelsea, and Coventry, Manchester United. So make sure you stay tuned to this video. So yeah, before we get things started, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel, smash a like, hit the bonus notifications, because there will be a live watch along for the Man City Chelsea game later today. And make sure you also share this video with everybody that you know so that they can be active in the comments below and give their prediction on both the Premier League and the FA Cup semi-final of the FA Cup. And which final would you think it will be? Would it be Chelsea Coventry City or Chelsea Manchester United or Man City Coventry or Manchester United versus Manchester City? So yeah, so predict who will win the semi-final and would you think will be in the final? And tell me who do you think will win the FA Cup? Would it be Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United, or Coventry, because imagine if Coventry does it, then that'll be absolutely great. But I don't think they'll be qualifying for Europe because they're still in the championship. So there we go. But I don't think Coventry will win it. I think the big boys will win it. So, and let's not forget that Man City are the current holders of this competition because they won it last season. So there we go. So you guys just let me know in the comments down below. All right. So without wasting any more time, let's start. So I forgot to switch the thing off, but you know what I mean. But yeah, the first game, there's no trophy to him kickoff, of course, because it's the Chelsea woman, because the Women's Champions League. So thank goodness that there's no trophy to him kickoff, and plus they've also playing games in the championship, so there's no trophy for him kickoff. So it starts from 3 o'clock p.m. kickoff, and the first one is Luton Town versus Brentford. Of course, Brentford got that 2-0 win against I think it was Sheffield United or something like that. Yeah, 2-0 against Sheffield United. Was for Luton Town. Um I can't remember the last game. Yeah, yeah, I can't remember the last game that he played. But yeah, so Brentford, I think they changed the tactics. They changed it to a 4-3-3, and it worked. It really worked. So maybe switching to a back four may not be such a bad thing after all. The thing is, can Thomas Frank do it? We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, they're away to Luton Town. And as always, going away to Luton Town ain't gonna be that easy because Luton Town's last home game, they beat Bournemouth 2-1. So Brentford need to win this game, because if they can keep, because we've only got like 4 games to go, 4 game weeks to go. So if Lu so if Brentford can at least get like two wins out of the next four games, then for me they are safe. And it depends on the other teams as well. But if they get like two or three wins and other teams drop off, then for me they are safe because they're still constant relegation zone despite them getting that win um against Sheffield United last week. So yeah, but they'll be against Luton Town. Um, of course, it's going to be a tight game, but I think Brentford will win this one because even though Luton won against Bournemouth, they're still in a relegation zone. So yeah, but let me one moment, guys, while I have a look at this. While I have a look at the table, I want to see where Luton are because I know Everton and Nottingham Forest got points deduction. So one second, where are they in the table? 1 second, guys. I wish I opened this before I went to do the video. Yeah, they're still bottom. But look at this. Look at this. Burnley are nearly catching up to them. Yeah, they're 5 points behind. So Luton Town need to get this win. And the same we got, for me, yeah, like I said, since Fulham got that win against West Ham, they are safe. For me, they are safe. They are safe. And the same goes for Bournemouth with that draw, which they should have won. But Crystal Palace, Brentford, Everton, Nottingham Forest, and Luton Town are still not safe. For me, Sheffield United are relegated. They are. I will get to them in a couple of minutes. But they are relegated. And Burnley, I mean, they're 5 points behind. So if they could win, maybe they have a chance of staying up. But it depends on the result against Sheffield United. So yeah. So listen, um, for this game, I think Brentford are going to get that win, but it's going to be very difficult. It really is going to be difficult. So I'm going to go for a Brentford win of 2-1 because Luton Town will score, and I think Ross Barkley will do it. I think Ross Barkley will good, but I think Brentford are going to get that win. The goal scorers, Ivan Toney and Wissa is back, so I think he will score as well. So I'm going to go for 2-1. That is if Thomas Frank, puts that formation like he did against Sheffield United, because going to a back three is good, but they conceded goals and not getting wins. But when he changed to a 4-3-3, it worked. So if we can do it against Luton Town today, then maybe next season use that tactic, use it. So there we go. So yeah, 2-1 to Brentford is going to be my prediction for that game today. Right, the next one, the battle of the bottom of the relegation zone, Sheffield United versus Burnley. Of course, Sheffield United lost against Brentford, like I said, and also Burnley drew against Brighton. They drew against Brighton. This game, I remember last season where I think Burnley won like in last season in the championship. I think Burnley won like 2-0 up, and then Sheffield United beat them 3-2, something like that. Now, do I think it's gonna happen in Premier League? No. But you know what, yeah? I think this game might be a draw. I'm not gonna go for 1-1 though. I might go for 2-2. I might go for 2-2, because that's what happened last season. And I think actually Burnley, the last time they played, yeah, Burnley beat them 5-0. Yeah, I remember. That was at Turf Moor. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't think it's gonna happen. See, I'm gonna go for 2-2 because Sheffield United's last home game was against Chelsea and they drew to them 2-2. So I feel like I'm gonna go for a draw, but I'm gonna go for Desmond 2-2. Oh, sorry about that. You can go. Thank you very much. Right. See, I'm gonna go for 2-2 because I don't see Burnley doing the same thing like they did against Sheffield United at 12 more. It's going to be a very difficult game. It's at Bramall Lane. And for me, yes, even though Sheffield United are going to get relegated, they're still going to put up a fight and they're not allowed Burnley and they want to get revenge after that heavy defeat, last year. So I think Sheffield United are going to fight back. I think Burnley will be like 2-0 up at half time, but then Sheffield United will come back to make it 2-2, and that's how the game will end. So yeah, Sheffield United 2, Burnley 2. So there we go. Right. The next one, Saturday Night Football, which is after the FA Cup semi-final, of course, and that's the game I'll be watching as well. Wolves versus Arsenal in the West Midlands. Of course, Wolves. Who did Wolves play last week? I've forgotten. I think. Oh yeah, they played Nottingham Forest in the Midlands Derby and they drew 2-2. Yeah, I remember. Whereas for Arsenal, they've lost 2-0 against Aston Villa. Now I have to tell you guys this: in the last three games, Arsenal have not won in all competitions. After that Brighton win, they faced Bayern Munich. They've drawn 2-2, and they were lucky. They were very lucky to draw that game because Bayern Munich were lucky not to get that penalty. They're very unlucky. The next game, Aston Villa. Arsenal realised that Crystal Palace have beaten Liverpool. And since they have a better goal difference than Liverpool and Man City, all they need to do is beat Aston Villa and go top of the table. But they failed. They failed. You know, for me, like I said on Northside's channel, as a Chelsea fan, for me it's not over yet. But if Arsenal, yeah, keep on dropping stingers after stingers, like if they lose against Wolves and Chelsea and the next game. And if Man City win those games in hand, then for me it's over. It is over. So Arsenal need to bounce back. The question is, will they do it? Can they do it? And let's not forget that this is going to be a difficult game because Wolves at home have beaten teams. You know, they beat Chelsea, they beat Tottenham. You know, I know they lost against Liverpool 3-1, but they were really good in the first half. They beat Manchester City, and of course they've lost against Wolves and Man United, but that was a really great game. Now, do I think Arsenal will lose against Wolves? No, but I'll not be surprised because, like I said, Wolves have beaten certain big teams. You know, and let's not forget that Wolves gave them a good game at the Emirates Stadium. Because I thought, because I predicted 3-0 Arsenal, but it actually ended 2-1. So they gave a really good game. So Arsenal, for me, need to bounce back. And Mikel Arteta needs to put players in the right position. Do what he did against Brighton, you know, because before that defeat against Aston Villa, they were unbeaten. You know, only conceded 4 goals. But ever since then, they conceded two against Bayern Munich, one against them on Wednesday, and two against. Wait, let me figure this out. So two, one. So that's 5 goals in the last 3 games that Gabriel and Saliba have conceded. So Arsenal need to bounce back and they need to keep a clean sheet after that disappointing result against Aston Villa. So for this game, I think Arsenal will bounce back. I would, like I said, I'll not be surprised, even though I should be, but I also cannot bowl this again because Mikel Arteta has got one chance of winning a trophy, one chance, and that is the Premier League. Because they were out of the Carabao Cup early against West Ham, they were out of the FA Cup against Liverpool in the third round, and they're out of the Champions League against Bayern Munich without their best team, especially at the Allianz Arena. So this is Mikel Arteta's last chance. And I said this to Charlene, you know, would you be disappointed if Arsenal got another trophy this season? And I know that it was like in January, but I had to answer this because I just knew that Mikel Arteta is not the right man for the job. He isn't. You know, many fans didn't want him, and I understand. You know, if I was an Arsenal fan, which lucky I'm not, I would never want him. You know, many people will be on my neck. You know, so yeah. But listen, Arsenal needs to bounce back. So for this game, I'm gonna go for 2-0 Arsenal because, like I say, it's gonna be a difficult game for them. But I think Arsenal will bounce back, and I feel like they will keep a clean sheet. You know, so yeah, William Saliba and Scabio need to do a lot better because the last 3 games they were absolutely poor. You know, just passing back into the opposition, allow them to score. Like they need to really improve. And also Saka needs to improve because that game against Bayern, he did absolutely nothing. I went a stat that says like zero dribbles, zero completed out of 4, something like that, zero take-ons, like all of the Arsenal players need to improve, and Mikel Arteta needs to get really, just really get them at it. So yeah, Arsenal need to bounce back, and I think they will. So 2-0 to them. The goal scorers, I'm gonna go for Trossard to score and maybe Martin Odegaard. So yeah, Trossard and Martin Odegaard to score for Arsenal. So yeah, 2-0 to them. So it's only three games on Saturday because it's the FA Cup weekend as well. So I'll get to that one in just a minute. Yeah, but right. The next one is Sunday's games, Super Sunday, of course. Also, the battle of survival. Everton against Nottingham Forest. Of course, Nottingham Forest drew 2-2 against Wolves, whereas for Everton, they got slapped and destroyed by Chelsea Football Club on Monday Night Football 6-0 after they created chances before we scored, but they got absolutely battered. And look at this, a 16th up against 17th. And that game will be live on Sky Sports, by the way, which I think that's a good idea because it's 1:30 kickoff. It's a battle for survival. So like I said, the teams who has less than 40 points are not safe, are not safe, you know. So with 4 games to go, one of these teams needs to win, you know. They need to go on a winning form so that so that every team will know that this team is safe and that team is safe. So listen, this is the battle. This team, both of them need to win. If both of them draw, then they'll end up in the same position or change depending on the Luton result. So either Everton or Nottingham Forest need to win. They need to. And for me, yeah, I'm going to go for an Everton win because it's at Goodison Park. They played really well against Chelsea, even though they missed a couple of chances. I think they will get that win, because I would have thought that Nottingham Forest will beat Wolves, but they drew that game, after going 2-0 up at half time. So, yeah, if this game was at Nottingham Forest, maybe I would have gone for a draw. But since this game is at Goodison Park, we all know that last season Sean Dice at Goodison Park, always get some wins, especially in their win and relegation zone. I feel like Everton will get that win. So I'm just gonna go for, and let's not forget Everton's last home win was against Burnley and they beat them 1-0. So I'm gonna go for that same prediction. I'm gonna go for 1-0 Everton because I don't think it's going to be a good game. I feel like Everton will dominate against Forest and create chances, but I think the goal scorer for that game is going to be Dominic Solanke. No, not Dominic. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's going to score the only goal, and I'll keep Everton up. I mean, Everton in a good position in terms of points, and also put pressure on Nottingham Forest. So yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0 Everton, and I think um, Dom um, Dominic Calvert-Lewin will score. I keep on saying Dominic Solanke, silly of me. But yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0 Everton. I feel like they will get that win, and they have to, because both teams cannot lose. If Nottingham Forest win, then that's going to be also great for them. But since this game's at Goodison Park, I'm going to go for 1-0 Everton. Simple as that. Right. The next one is Villa versus Bournemouth. Of course, Villa, like I mentioned, beat Aston Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Whereas for Bournemouth, they drew 2-2. And I think for me, they got absolutely robbed because that penalty from Man United in the second half wasn't a penalty. Like the ball, yeah, the ball deflected of one Bournemouth player and it went straight to his arm, not his hand. So to me, yeah, and let's not forget, I predicted 2-1 to Bournemouth, yeah. And if that referee yeah didn't give Man United a penalty, I would have gone 3 points. I would have gone 3 points, you know, and I would have won in my predictions. But because of that referee, I knew I thought I would beat Charlene, but but he actually beat me. So that referee is a disgrace, man. He really is a disgrace. So I feel bad for Bournemouth, man. They should have won because in the first half they created so many chances. So I feel bad for Bournemouth, but they're away to Villa Park in the West Midlands. So yeah, now for this game, I feel like this might be a high scoring game because both teams of especially at home, have been looking really, really good. Villa, like I said on Thursday, they've managed to beat Leo on penalties, and there's only one reason, Emi Martinez. And here's a crazy stat. In his last 5 penalties, he's managed to save 10 out of 24. And guess what? For country or for club and country, he's won. He made his team one. So that's why Emi Martinez is the guy, you know. And I would love him to be at Chelsea. I really would. But I don't think he would be. I know he's going to be staying for Aston Villa, so there's no point. But Martinez is the guy, man. So well done to Aston Villa. So there we go. The reason why I think they'll win is because when it comes to Thursday, Sunday, I thought that, Villa will be very tired. They lose their place against Arsenal. But Una Emery outclassed Mikel Arteta. So that's why I think for me, this will be a high scoring game, like a 5 goal thriller, because both teams are really improving. So for this game, I'm going to go for a 3-2 Villa win because Bournemouth can play some decent football and create chances and all that stuff. But since this game is at Villa Park, I'm gonna go for 3-2. I feel like I feel like Aston Villa will score first, but then Bournemouth will score twice to make it 2-1. And then in the second half, I think Aston Villa maybe probably score a late winner to make it 3-2. And let's not forget, Tottenham don't have 2 weeks off, you know, because their next game is against Arsenal in the North London Derby next Sunday. So if Aston Villa can beat Bournemouth tomorrow, they will go 6 points, yeah, ahead of Tottenham. Even though Tottenham do have 2 games in hand. So as Villa, if they can win, then that'll be great. But if they lose against Bournemouth, then it looks like the top four could be over for them. So they need to get that win. I feel like they will do. The goals for that game, I'm gonna go for Douglas Luiz to score, Ollie Watkins to score twice, and I think for Bournemouth, I'm gonna go for Dominic Solanke and also Jez Billing to score for Bournemouth. So I'm going to go for 3-2. It's going to be a great game. It's not going to be on TV, of course. So yeah, but I think Aston Villa will get that win. So I'm going to go for 3-2 to them. White. The next one, London Derby, South versus East, Crystal Palace versus West Ham United. Of course, Crystal Palace got that big win against Liverpool, and that's the first time in 8 years since they beat Liverpool in the league. So well done to them. For West Ham, they lost 2-0 against Fulham, and they lost what they drew, but they're out of the World play because Bayer Leverkusen, drew to them. So there we go. And this game is at Selhurst Park. Now, of course, as a Chelsea fan, I want um, I want Crystal Palace to do us a favor and beat West Ham. You know, because if Chelsea, their next game is against Arsenal. If Chelsea beat Arsenal and if West Ham, Manchester United, and Newcastle drop points, we're back in the top six, and that means potentially the Europa League. That is if we can go on a winning form. So I want Crystal Palace to do us a favour because they're not catching up to us. So I want Crystal Palace to do us a favour and beat West Ham. And I think they will, I think they will because West Ham, over the last couple of games, haven't been particularly doing well. They really haven't. So for this game on Sunday in the London Derby, I think Crystal Palace will win this game. Um, I think West Ham will score, but I think Crystal Palace will win this game. It's not going to be easy, but I think Crystal Palace will win this game. So I'm going to go for a Crystal Palace win of 2-1. That's going to be my prediction. 2-1 to Crystal Palace. The goal scorers, Edward and Eze to score for Crystal Palace. For West Ham United, I'm going to go for Jared Bowen to score for West Ham because he loves scoring away goals. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Crystal Palace. I feel like West Ham, um, you know, winning this form is going to continue. It's going to continue on David Moyes, and I heard some people are saying David Moyes out, which is very very interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go for 2-1 to Crystal Palace for that one tomorrow in the London Derby. And then the last one before I move on into the FA Cup predictions, semi-finals, of course. Fulham versus Liverpool. Because despite Liverpool beating Atalanta 1-0, that was enough because they're out of the Europa League by Atalanta. And that defeat against Atalanta at Anfield really did the damage for them, you know. And let me tell you something here ever since Manchester United, oh, sorry, wrong one. Ever since Manchester United beat them in the FA Cup, guess what? Guess what happened? They beat Liverpool. They beat Brighton 2-1. They beat Sheffield United 3-1. In the Premier League, they drew 2-2. They've lost against Atalanta, they lost against Palace, and they've only won, but they're out of it. So I think in the last one, two, three, four, five, six. So in the last six games, they have only had three wins, two one draw, and two defeats. So for Liverpool, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. So Manchester United have ruined them. But they're up against Fulham at Craven Cottage. Now let's not forget, Fulham, yeah, when they two face each other in the Carabao Cup semi-final, Fulham at Craven Cottage, did something. They gave Liverpool a winning great game. They really did. So there we go. And I can't. And last time I think Fulham beat Liverpool was in 2021 when they beat them 1-0. So yeah. Um. So yeah, for this game, I mean, if Fulham beat Liverpool, then that would be great for Man City and particularly Arsenal. But listen, Liverpool surely cannot afford to lose another game. Surely they cannot. And listen, these attackers need to improve because even though Salah scored the goal against Atalanta, he's still missing chances. Luis Diaz as well, Brody Gakpo, Darwin Nunez. Like these players need to wake up. They really need to wake up because if they keep on missing chances, and Fulham are going to punish them and they're going to win the game, most likely, like 1-0 or something like Crystal Palace did. So Liverpool need to really wake up. And let's not forget, in the Premier League, you know, that was a really great game. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold scored that late winner to make it 4-3. So I don't know if it's going to happen at Craven Cottage, but if it does, then that's going to be another great game. But surely Liverpool cannot bottle this one. Surely they cannot. They have to win this game. They have to because Fulham got that win against West Ham. So I think for me, yeah, I'll not be surprised if Fulham win, but I think Liverpool, but like I said, both Liverpool and Arsenal need to bounce back because they keep on losing their games, but Man City have got 2 games in hand. Then I think for me the title race is over for both of them. So both of them cannot like both Arsenal and Liverpool cannot continue to drop off. They need to keep on getting wins and put more pressure on Manchester City. They need to. They need to. So both of them need to win, and I think that both of them will do it. So yeah, 2-1 to Liverpool's going to be my prediction. Unfortunately, the goal scorers, Mo Salah and maybe Luis Diaz to score for Fulham. I'm going to go for Bobby Deacon over Weeds for Fulham to score. So yeah, 2-1 to Liverpool. So yeah, that's my predictions. Let me go for them one more time. So the first game today, I'm going to go for the 2-1 Brentford win against Luton. I'm going to go for Desmond 2-2 draw between Sheffield United and Burnley. Then Saturday night football, I'm going to go for an Arsenal 2-0 win against Wolves. Then on Sunday's game, Super Sunday, part of the relegation zone, I'm going to go for I went gone go for Everton 1-0 win against Forest. Then I've gone for a high scoring game between Villa and Bournemouth, and I think 3-2 to West Midlands home team. Then I've gone for a Crystal Palace 2 win against West Ham in a London derby. Then on Super Sunday, 4:30 p.m. kickoff, I'm going to go for Liverpool 2-1 win against Fulham. So there we go. So that's my predictions for the Premier League this weekend. Now, like I said in the beginning, before I end this video, I'm going to quickly do the predictions for the FA Cup, starting with today's game, Chelsea against Man City, or the other way round. And this game is at Wembley. Now, my head is telling me that Man City are going to beat us, like, say, 2-0 or something like that. But my heart is saying 2-1. Now listen, it depends if what Chelsea turn up. And listen, I'm hearing that Enzo is back, Nkunku is back, and I'm not sure who else is back. I've forgotten. But listen, I don't Pochettino, yeah, to keep chopping and changing. Yeah. That lineup, yeah, and that tactics against Everton, I want it to be the same thing against Man City. I'm not saying they're going to batter them, but that performance, all of them were really good, except the defense looked a bit shaky, but we kept a clean sheet. That starting lineup needs to be the same one as the Everton one. And what I mean by that is that Petrovic in goal, Gusto right back, Kukué left back, Thiago Silva and Chalobah, two centre backs, the two pivots of Conor Gallagher and Caicedo, the attacking midfielders, Mudryk on the left, Cole Palmer's the number 10, Madueke on the right, and Jackson up top. Even though Jackson and Madueke was absolutely embarrassing for what they did. I had someone say drop them. Like, why would you drop these two players when we got Man City, the big game in the FA Cup semi-final? I know what they did was wrong, but you just cannot drop them. You just can't. So I think that Chelsea fan was absolutely going crazy when I heard that on Talk Sport, you know. But yeah, let's hope that when we get the penalty, like if it's 1-1 or 0-0, let's hope these players don't bottle it. Let's hope they don't fight, and let's give it to Cole Palmer because he's our main penalty taker. He's never missed a penalty. And yes, people call him Pen Palmer, but you need to score, you know? And let's not forget, he is two penalties away from equaling, successful ones in the Premier League history. Because in his last nine penalties, he scored nine of them, never missed any of them. So that's why for me, he's a main penalty taker, you know? So when it comes to penalties, give it to Palmer. Simple as that. Normal fighting. And I hope Pochettino tells them, I hope Pochettino told them that on Monday Night Football. Because like I said, they were a disgrace, for fighting, And this is not the first time. We see Raheem Sterling do it. Madueke, Jackson, seen it so many times. And this thing needs to stop. It really needs to stop. So hopefully, if we do get a penalty, Palmer to take it. Nothing more and nothing less. Yeah, simple as that. So yeah, because I want to see that same lineup as we did against Everton. If I see Enzo and Caicedo starting midfield, if I don't see Mudryk starting, you know, and if I see the likes of Palmer, being isolated and all that stuff, and listen, Sterling did one against City, but if he starts, then I wouldn't mind. But I don't see Mudryk starting in this game. Then probably bring on Sterling to come off the bench, if you know what I mean. But if I see, yeah, that it's not the same lineup as against Everton, then I'm going to be fuming. That means Pochettino doesn't care about the trophy or the FA Cup as well, you know. And many people saying our trip to Wembley has not been that great. That is only the finals, yeah. This is the semi-final, not the final. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, my head saying 2-0 Man City, my heart saying 2-1. I don't know what to say, but I'm just gonna go with my organ. So I cannot give you what my rule prediction is because I'm feeling nervous going to this game. But let's hope that we turned up in big teams just like we did against Man City, and then let's just hope we don't bottom this time. Let's just hope. So yeah, that's my prediction from my head and from my heart. Then on Sunday, Coventry versus Manchester United. Now listen, Man United are the favourites for this game. Coventry are the underdogs, and today City are the favourites and Chelsea are the underdogs. So to me, Man United need to win that game. You know, Now, do I think they're going to batter Coventry? No. But if I see that Man United don't beat Coventry, then David Ten Hag needs to leave. They needs to leave. Because Coventry City aren't particularly doing well in the championship, you know. And I'll tell you the reason why. Let me tell you the reason why Man United need to beat Coventry tomorrow. Because um in the championship, they're in eighth. They've won 17 games, drawn 12, and lost 13. And listen, with 4 games to go, they still could make it to the playoffs, but they've lost 13 games. Their last game was against Birmingham City, who were in the relegation zone, and lost to them 2-0. So Man United need to go out there and win. I don't like whether it's 1-0, 2-0, their aim is to win. Despite not having the best performance, they need to win. They must win. Because if they don't, boy, oh boy, the Man United are an absolute embarrassment, And for me as a Chelsea fan, I would love to have Coventry City in the final if we beat Man City today. So yeah, I'm going to be watching our game and then also the game tomorrow. So yeah. I think Man United are going to win this game. So I'm going to go for 3-1 Manchester United because I think Coventry City will score, but I think Man United need to get that win. If they don't, then boy, Man United and Everton are a disgrace. They really are. So yeah, but I think Man United are going to win 3-1. So that's my prediction for that semi-final tomorrow on Sunday. because Man United have got a better manager than Coventry, better players, more trophies than them, which more semi-finals than them, you know. So this is why Man United need to win if they want to like get another trophy on the Eric Ten Hag, which takes them into the Europa League, you know, despite them like dropping off in the league. So yeah, Man United need to win, and I think they will do. If they don't, you know, I'll be very surprised. Well, not really, but I'll be laughing at them, especially to Kaz as well. So there we go. So yeah, 3-1 to Man United, my prediction for that one tomorrow. Right, guys. So that is it. That is the Premier League and the FA Cup predictions done on my YouTube channel. So, like I said, don't forget there will be a live watch along for Man City versus Chelsea game later on today. So, if you guys don't miss any of that one, click subscribe. They need the bell notification so they never miss it. And also click the like button and also share this with everybody so that you can tell all your friends and family to come and watch this game with me. And this game is going to be on BBC One if you're in the UK. If you're not, then I'm not sure how you can watch this game, but it's going to be on BBC One. So there we go. And then yeah, and it will take it from there. Then after that, max reaction to the game and also yeah, I think that might be it. And then I'll also react to the Arsenal versus Wolves game. So when the Chelsea game is over, I'll quickly do the match reaction. Then I'm going to be watching the Wolves versus Arsenal game because that game kicks off 7:30 p.m. Of here in the UK. So that's going to be my plan for today. So yeah, guys. So have a great day. See you guys later on for the Chelsea Man City game. Let's hope we can do this. If we're not, then our season is done. But before that, good luck to the Chelsea women. Their kickoff is in less than an hour's time, as I'm posting this video right now. So good luck to them. If we can get a good result, then that would be great. I'm hoping that next Sunday that when I that I'm I'm seeing that the tickets have been sold out. I want every Chelsea fan to go to Stamford Bridge. You know, I don't want to be like 20,000 or something. No, I want that thing to be saying sold out. That's when I knew that stadium was going to be packed. You know, because these are biggest opportunity to win a Champions League under Emma Hayes' last term. Because that's the only trophy she hasn't won. Only trophy. So if we can get a good result against Barcelona today, then that Stamford Bridge needs to be packed. I want that state. I want the atmosphere to be loud and clear. I want the fans to be singing from first minute to last, so that these players can have some really good performance despite losing our best players, the likes of Sam Kerr, Millie Bright and all that stuff. So yeah, good luck to the woman today as well. So guys, so that is it. Gonna end this video. Big up your damn self. See you later today. Come on, Chelsea. Let's do this. Big up you guys, and I'll see you guys in a couple of hours time. Peace. I'm out of here. God bless you.